Going great. Going good.
You've been in a couple different locker rooms, a couple different organizations. How does this organization differ in terms of how much focus there is on football versus other distractions maybe outside?
I think you're in Seattle. It's not too much you can get into. Unlike places I've been where LA is LA and Tennessee, you got Broadway right down there. So Seattle, there's not much you can get into. So players, it's either football or nothing. So that's why I think it's pretty easy to kind of do here versus other places.
In terms of your leadership style, where did that develop? When did you first kind of decide that you wanted to express yourself as a leader?
I think it's always been me. My mom, she did not like a follower. Like you be your own man, be your own person. And I had no choice but to be a leader in situations and just the way I grew up. That's what was needed out of me. So I think it's just come natural and just kind of how I was raised.
What role did your teammates play in you getting NFC Defensive Player of the Week?
Oh, they played everything. Yeah, they played everything. D-Law's got a guy, just taking him down, and he throws it up. Joe makes a heck of a play, and the ball pops up in my direction. So those guys, I owe those guys everything. But just how they, motivate me, keep me going, keep me, upbeat. This is kind of, it comes from all of that, and these guys have helped me get, these picks and some. So.
You mentioned D-Law, everything that he does and brings. How does he make your job easier?
I think you just it's like with a lot of the guys, but you have to worry about them. You got to put two hands on them, whether it be in the run game or in the pass game. You got to focus on that front four. They're ferocious, they're dangerous, and if you leave those guys unbothered, they're gonna wreak havoc. And then it trickles down to me. Well, when you got to worry about those guys, it's not enough people to always get to me. So it just makes my job easier, and I'm just able to go play off those guys.
Your fellow South Carolina product, Nick Emmanwori, is having a really good rookie season. What stood out to you the most about what he's doing right now?
It's everything. Nick's a different guy, man. In every way. His personality. He came into this this team, this defense, and there's a lot of different guys in that room, but he fit in just perfect. And he's a freak, man. The way we look at him and we like, bro, there's no way you're 6'3", 6'4", whatever, 200-something pounds doing the things that you're doing. But I think we've just constantly been motivating him. When he has rough moments, we're there with him. We've all been there. So to see where he's came from to where he's at now, we expected it, honestly.
When we talked to Mike about him on Monday, he said he's playing corner, he's playing linebacker, he's playing 9 and 5, like kind of everything they're throwing at him for a rookie to be able to handle all of that. How big a challenge is that? And to see him kind of excelling with all of that on his plate, what do you kind of make of that?
I think it's super challenging. I think it's pretty cool, like, early in the week, everybody on this defense knows that Nick has more jobs than probably any of us. He's playing different positions, like you said. He's playing linebacker. He's having to learn technique linebacker-wise. So I think the biggest thing is we've just been constantly been there with Nick. Like, Nick really feels good probably during the week on Fridays once he's able to grasp the whole game plan, see what spots he's going to be in. But it's a constant work through progress because, like you said, he does have a lot. And we sit there and we tell him, like, bro, we understand, but that's what it takes for us to win, and we all would do it if we had your same skill set. So we just got to get to it.
Playing behind Leonard and Byron, just how well are those guys playing right now, and how much do they?
Yeah, they're two of the best in the game right now, both 1 and 2. Dominant, just making plays, keeping guys off me, winning their one-on-one pass rush moments when they get it, but not all the time they're setting guys up. They're just playing at a really high level, and I think for our defense to be what we want to be, we got to, keep going.
How much did you know about Nick, just from, I imagine you watched South Carolina games, like how much did you know about him before meeting him?
I knew about him pretty well. Like, I think Nick was, a lot of my, I left early, so a lot of my teammates, closest friends were still there. So I heard often about Nick, knew he was going to be a good player, of course watched the game, so I could see,
If I remember right, you were involved in the meeting when he came out here. What do you remember? I remember there was some sort of inside joke there, some sort of bet you made with Don. But
Yeah.
What do you remember about just like how he was and what you guys all talked about?
It's crazy now because it's the same guy that he is now. He came in there, he was just being himself. I think the biggest thing from that meeting was just seeing that coach was, giving him criticism, telling him what he can do well, but telling him the things that he could work on. And you could tell him, like, he was getting to the edge of his seat. Like, he loved hearing those things. He loved that, they weren't just filling his head up. They were telling him, like, yeah, you could be a really good safety, could do a lot of great things, but you got a couple things you need to work on to get there. And, I think those things that coach was telling him attracted him, and we were able to land him, so it was perfect.
Drake Thomas, every time you go in the locker room, he's looking at his tablet, studying tape, and every week he seems to make a tackle for loss.
Mm-hmm.
What's the connection there in terms of his preparation with how he's actually executing on the game day?
I mean, that's it right there. Like, his preparation is second to none. He's made me like, am I doing enough? He's made me think that several times. And it's just a big push when you got somebody in the locker room like that that's able to dissect film, dissect, plays happening before they even start, and him just being the smart guy he is, those things come natural to him. So it's super fun having Drake by because he's able to, make my job easier. I'm worried about a lot of things, so he calms me down, and, we're able to go play well together.
Ernest, last December, you kind of talked about living in the death zone, coming down to the stretch.
Mm-hmm.
You guys tied right now with the Rams. 3 teams in this division have 9 wins right now. What are your thoughts on where this team is and what the next 5 weeks are going to be like for you guys?
I think for us right now, we put ourselves in a good spot, but, so have a couple other teams have done the same thing. The NFC's, it's a tough one right now, so we got to just go out there one game at a time. You don't help your case losing games, so of course you want to go win, and, we can only control, what we do, and then our outcome Sunday versus the Falcons, we can't control how other teams play, so we'll just keep taking it one game at a time.
Are there plays beyond like splash plays, like a turnover or anything like that? Are there plays that you point to and like this is our standard on defense?
Yeah, it's a lot of them. Mm-hmm.
You think of one from last game?
Trying to think of one because that play turned into like a splash play. I'm thinking about D-Law. I think he showed everybody in that situation, if they had fell to the ground, any of the starters of that group would have got up off their butt and ran to that ball. And I think that just shows what type of team we are, what type of defense, and what kind of standard we're building, and that no matter if it's year 10, 11, year 1 or 2, you get knocked down, you get up, and you go get the ball.
When does that standard get set? At what point in the year?
I mean, I don't know. I always tell people I think it's been getting set since last year. I don't know how it was before I got here, but I know once I got here, they were headed in a pretty good direction. I could tell. And it just, needed time, needed to win some games, needed to lose some games in certain ways to, figure out this is the type of team that we have to be to win. So I think we're there and, continue to improve in that aspect.
You said Drake calms you down. What does that look like?
I'm crazy. Yeah, I'm. When I get out there on Sunday, like, I think I've said this before, a lot of people say you can't flip a switch. Like, Sunday, that's really not Ernest. Like, I'm a totally different dude. Like, I'm out there to hunt. I'm out there to be that guy. And, there's instances in games where I'll lose my cool and I'll be a little fiery and hot-headed, and Drake's that's like, chill, just calm down, you're good. And when I hear that calms me down. So because at that point I know that I'm tripping. Like, so.
When does the switch flip?
Shoot. I've been working through that because I feel like a lot of times I turn it on too early. So I'll be up Saturday, can't sleep. I'll be ready to go. Yeah. So this past game I flipped that switch right before I went out, and it was perfect timing. So we'll try that again this week.
You have a lot of people down there?
Yeah, I have a good few people down there.
You've got a lot of different leaders, different styles in that locker room. Leonard, you, Julian, all those folks. How does it all come together? Like when someone speaks up versus someone else?
I think the different leadership styles just kind of flow into how we approach situations. So if there's a really hot-headed situation, certain guys aren't handling those approaches. So situation that's pretty big, I'll probably be in there in some form or fashion. Something that's really chill that, maybe be too too chill, I got to step out because I'm already, up here. That may be Leo's time to talk. So I think we just find our avenue, find our ways, and we've kind of combined each leadership style to be able to, display that message by whoever needs to.
Does winning an award like the NFL player, is that player of the week is still meaningful to you at this stage of your career?
Of course. Definitely for me. I think just finally getting some recognition, finally, people are finally knowing who I am. And, it just feels good. I've been playing this game for a long time, and I've been, in the back seat. So I'm ready to do what I got to do, keep playing, and get to that top.
Anything else? Thank you.
Thank you.